This is a tutorial on how to replace a Nintendo NES door. As you can see, this one's damaged, and we have a replacement door which you can buy from our eBay store.
Link over there.
The tools that you'll need: electric screwdriver if you want to be a little lazy. You must have a long skinny screwdriver, Phillip head, and a small flathead. Now, we've already did some pre-work to save time. What you would do was you would flip the system over, and there's 6 screws in the bottom of the system. You would actually take those out, and this will allow the top of the system and the system to actually come apart. Voila. Now what we're looking for is these screws. Let me turn so the camera can see. These flaps are holding in the hinge. We have to remove these 3 screws, possibly this one. If you want to be a little lazy, you don't have to remove that one. You can just loosen it a little bit. That screw's a little hard to get back in. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But what that does is that removes the black piece that holds over the hinge. So we're going to pause as we remove these 3 screws and loosen this one. Okay, what we've done is loosen this one up, and where this little flap will actually raise, this is going to release this, and we've removed these 3 screws and the hinge holder over the flap over the hinge. So now basically all we have to do is lift it up, and the door comes easily out. And we just have to repeat the process, or do the process backwards. Basically, we're going to stick this hinge up under the metal flange. That's a little difficult, but it's a lot easier than putting that screw back in. So get a little screwdriver and just kind of maneuver that over there. Okay. Now we have the black piece that has the 3 holes, 3 ends to it. That's going to simply go into these holes for the screws. I said simply, but turn it over. And that's okay. Now, simply, it will go in the holes. Alright. Now we'll lay it on a flat surface. Now, all we have to do is put the flange. And if you get mixed up with the flange, look, there's a little tiny cut on the one corner. You see that corner? It actually matches that hole right there. See there? And simply put your 3 screws in, tighten your 4th screw, put your lid back on, flip it over, put your screws back in, tighten it in. The only thing is, just make sure none of the wires are sticking out where you can cut your, these are wiring harnesses for your control port. So if you mash those and cut a wire, you could lose your control port, but that hardly ever happens. Just make sure the wires are down. And that's it. Did you pause it? As you can see, the door is back on in the correct position, and it works like a charm. Couple little things I want to point out. The door matches the color as long as it's not faded. See the color difference? But if you see the original color, it matches pretty close. One thing you can do is you can also disassemble the whole thing, take the little black pieces off. I've seen people paint them the original colors. But if you're looking for just a cosmetic fix to replace the door, or you want it to protect the games in the 72-pin connector, the door is doing its job. Basically, keep it down. There's no dust or dirt or hair or anything like that getting in there. So we will put another video on about changing a 72-pin connector a little later. Thank you.